The moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. The NBA playoffs have arrived. And in the first round, all eyes are on a highly anticipated matchup: the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. It's been a long road to get here. The Lakers, after battling through injuries, adjustments, and some tough stretches during the season, managed to secure the number 3 seed in the Western Conference. That gives them home court advantage in this series, and for a team with championship aspirations, that could be a huge factor. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because standing in their way is a young, hungry, and often underrated Minnesota squad that's ready to prove they belong. The Timberwolves have had their ups and downs this season, but when they're locked in, they're dangerous. Anthony Edwards has emerged as a true offensive force, athletic, confident, and fearless. Rudy Gobert continues to anchor the defense with his elite rim protection, and Jaden McDaniels brings perimeter defense that can frustrate even the best scorers. Minnesota may not have the spotlight, but they've got the tools to shake things up. That's why this series has fans and analysts divided. Will the Lakers' star power overpower the Timberwolves' balanced attack? Or will Minnesota catch fire and pull off the upset? To help break it all down, we've gathered expert predictions, and trust me, the opinions are split. Matt Levine thinks this will be a tightly contested series, but he believes the Lakers will take care of business early. His prediction doesn't mean it'll be easy. In fact, he expects most games to go down to the wire. The Timberwolves have the length and athleticism to challenge the Lakers on both ends. But in the end, Matt says it comes down to star power, and the Lakers simply have more of it. With LeBron James and Luka Doncic leading the way, and Austin Reeves stepping into a bigger role, LA has the firepower to overcome Minnesota's resistance. Levine believes that even though each game might be close, the Lakers will find ways to close them out, and that's what separates playoff winners from the rest. For Ryan Stano, this is going the distance. He believes Minnesota will push the Lakers to their absolute limit, and that the deciding Game 7 will be a thriller. According to Ryan, Luka Doncic will rise to the occasion and deliver a signature performance when it matters most, helping LA escape with the win. But he also raises a concern: the Lakers' defense. It hasn't exactly been reliable this season, and Minnesota could take advantage. Ryan brings up a crucial point. Last year, the Timberwolves struggled to stop Luka when he was with the Mavericks, and now he's surrounded by even more talent. Still, the Lakers' defensive inconsistencies could allow Minnesota to hang around longer than expected. Seth Quinn believes the Timberwolves are far better than they get credit for. Anthony Edwards can take over games, and defensively, Gobert and McDaniels can cause serious problems for LA's offense. Minnesota's chemistry has improved, and they've shown flashes of being a team that can beat anyone on any given night. But like Ryan, Seth finds it hard to bet against Luka Doncic, especially when he's paired with LeBron James. Seth recalls how Luka led the Mavericks past Minnesota last year and says it's hard to ignore that kind of playoff impact. He's expecting a dramatic, high-intensity series, full of momentum swings and emotional highs. But in the end, he says Luka and LeBron will prove to be just a little too much for the Timberwolves in a win-or-go-home Game 7. Alex Kirschenbaum acknowledges that this matchup won't be a cakewalk for the Lakers. He points out a major weakness: the center position. LA could struggle in the paint, especially when it comes to defending Anthony Edwards on drives or dealing with Gobert's size near the rim. But Alex is betting on the Lakers' versatility and star power. He highlights 3 key names: Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves. According to Alex, these 3 creators give LA a dynamic offensive trio that can adapt to any defense. He also points to the Lakers' depth along the wings, players who can defend, shoot, and move the ball. And when it comes to Luka Doncic, Alex doesn't hold back. He calls Luka a cheat code, a player who simply changes the game when the lights are brightest. That, he believes, will be the ultimate difference. So there you have it. 4 expert predictions, and while they all lean toward the Lakers advancing, the paths to victory are very different. Some expect a quick series. Others see a long, brutal battle. And everyone agrees, this is going to be one to watch. The playoffs are where legacies are written and stars are born. Will Luka and LeBron dominate? Or will the Timberwolves shock the world and make a deep run of their own? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: this series is going to bring drama, intensity, and unforgettable moments. So buckle up, because Lakers vs. Timberwolves is about to begin. Let me tell you something that could define the Lakers' entire season, maybe even rewrite franchise history. When you look at teams that chase championships, they all have one thing in common. It's not just star power or good coaching. It's that one lineup. That one unstoppable five-man unit that shifts momentum, dominates both ends of the floor, and delivers in the moments that matter most. For the 2025 Los Angeles Lakers, that lineup has already arrived, and it's changing everything. Forget about a traditional center. Forget about old-school basketball logic. Because the Lakers have found something special, a death lineup with no true big man. Just LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and Dorian Finney-Smith. 5 players. All skilled. All mobile. All locked in. Now rewind a bit. Remember the trade deadline? The Lakers were heavily linked to Mark Williams, a legit rim protector who many thought would be the missing piece. But the trade fell through. And suddenly, panic started to build. Fans and analysts asked the same question: who's going to defend the paint? Because outside of Jackson Hayes, the Lakers didn't have a traditional 5. But head coach J.J. Redick, making his coaching debut this season, did something bold. He didn't force Hayes into awkward lineups. He didn't try to patch the hole. Instead, he leaned into the new era of basketball. He went all in on versatility, speed, and skill. And the gamble? It's paying off. The small ball lineup of Luka, Reeves, Finney-Smith, LeBron, and Rui has become one of the most efficient and dangerous lineups in the entire league. According to NBA.com, they've logged 108 minutes together across 13 regular season games. And the results? Stunning. They've posted a net rating of plus 18.6, with an offensive rating of 124.9 and a defensive rating of 106.3. Think about that. This isn't just a lineup that holds its own. It's one that dominates. On offense, the spacing is elite. Everyone on the floor can shoot, pass, and create. Luka orchestrates, LeBron punishes mismatches, Reeves and Rui slash or spot up, and Finney-Smith does a little bit of everything. But here's the kicker: on defense, this group shines just as bright. Most people assumed the Lakers would get eaten alive in the paint without a shot-blocking big. But the opposite has happened. With this death lineup on the floor, the Lakers have allowed just 8.0 points in the paint per game, while scoring nearly 11 points themselves in that same area. Why? It's all about IQ, effort, and communication. LeBron may be 40, but his basketball mind is unmatched. Rui has become a force defensively. Finney-Smith is as versatile as they come. And with everyone switching, rotating, and helping, the paint never feels exposed. Everything just clicks. Now let's compare that to the more traditional lineup that includes Jackson Hayes, paired with Luka, LeBron, Reeves, and Rui. That's often been the Lakers' starting 5. And while they've had their moments, the numbers tell a different story. Their offensive rating? 112.3. Defensive rating? 111.4. Net rating? Just plus 1.0. That's barely above average. It's clear, when Hayes is on the floor, the Lakers are solid. But when Redick unleashes the death lineup, they become a juggernaut. That's why, in close games, with the clock ticking down, this is the group Redick trusts. No hesitation. No experiments. Just 5 guys who know how to finish. And now, the playoffs have begun. There's no room for error. Every possession counts. Every substitution matters. And that's why this lineup might be the Lakers' best hope of hanging banner number 18. It gives them flexibility on both ends. It puts the ball in the hands of their best decision-makers. It forces opposing bigs off the court. And it plays into everything J.J. Redick has preached all season long: smart, unselfish, high IQ basketball. For a first-year head coach, Redick has already exceeded expectations. He's shown poise, vision, and the guts to make tough calls. But this lineup? This is the move that might define his first season and turn a promising campaign into a championship one. So if you're wondering what the Lakers' secret weapon is this year, it's not just LeBron or Luka. It's not just Reeves' growth or Rui's energy. It's the trust in a lineup that breaks the rules. A lineup that doesn't rely on size but on synergy. A lineup that might just carry the Lakers all the way to the top. As the 2025 NBA playoffs approach, the Los Angeles Lakers are gearing up for the battle with a brand new identity. Luka Doncic has officially taken the reins as the team's engine and franchise cornerstone. LeBron James is still there, still the legend, still the leader, but Luka is the one driving the offense now. Alongside them, Austin Reaves, a fan favorite, a gritty, do-it-all guard who's made himself indispensable. The chemistry between Reaves and Luka has exceeded expectations. In fact, the Lakers went 16-10 in the 26 games they played together, an encouraging sign for a team searching for its 18th championship. But this is Los Angeles. And in LA, it's never just about what's happening now. It's always about what could happen next. Big stars, big trades, big ambition. That's what this franchise is built on. And now, a new rumor out of Colorado is stirring the pot. Could Jamal Murray be on the trade block? And could the Lakers be ready to pounce? Reports from the Denver Post suggest that the Denver Nuggets are in turmoil. After a disappointing regular season and internal disagreements, both head coach Michael Malone and general manager Calvin Booth were let go. That alone would be enough to send shockwaves through the franchise. But that's not all. According to NBA insider Bennett Durando, Booth had already been toying with the idea of moving Murray in the 2024 offseason. He believed that if the Nuggets wanted to win another championship, they'd need to make painful sacrifices. Yes, even parting ways with players like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope or Jamal Murray himself. Booth also reportedly explored trade options involving Michael Porter Jr. during the regular season. Now that Booth is gone, a new front office is stepping in, possibly with a new vision. And if the Nuggets stumble again in this year's playoffs, it's not out of the question that they start over. And starting over could mean putting Jamal Murray on the market. On paper, the Lakers don't need to make a move. Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves have formed a strong duo in the backcourt. Reaves has been lights out this season, putting up career highs, 20.2 points, 5.8 assists, 4.5 rebounds, and over 2.5 made threes per game, shooting 46% from the field and 87.7% from the free throw line. At times, he looked like an all-star. And at just 26, he's entering his prime. But there's a catch. Reaves has only one fully guaranteed year left on his current deal. In 2026-27, he has a player option worth just $14.8 million, a number he's almost certain to decline, especially if he keeps producing at this level. So the Lakers have a decision to make. Do they invest long-term in Reaves? Or do they strike while his value is high and try to upgrade even further? That's where Jamal Murray comes in. When it comes to playoff basketball, few guards in the league have proven themselves like Jamal Murray. In Denver's 2023 title run, he was sensational. For his postseason career, he averages 24.2 points per game, and he's part of a very exclusive club, players with multiple 50-point playoff performances. He's also among the top 25 in 40-point playoff games in NBA history. He's shown he can share the spotlight with a dominant superstar like Nikola Jokic. There's every reason to believe he could do the same with Luka Doncic. The idea of a Doncic-Murray backcourt? It's tantalizing. Two elite shot creators, two playoff killers, and a team with the championship pedigree of the Lakers behind them. That might be enough to shift the balance of power in the Western Conference. There's no doubt that Jamal Murray is a proven star. But trading Austin Reaves wouldn't be easy. He's more than just a numbers guy, he's a glue guy. A competitor. And let's not forget the economics. Reaves is still on one of the league's most team-friendly deals for his production. Trading him for Murray, who will command a much higher salary and is prone to injuries, would be a gamble. Especially since the Nuggets would likely demand more than just Reaves in any deal. Draft picks. Additional young players. The price could get steep. And with LeBron James nearing the end of his run, the Lakers can't afford to miss on their next big move. For now, it's just talk. But in the NBA, talk has a way of becoming action, especially when teams underperform in the playoffs. If Denver is eliminated early, and their new front office decides to shake things up, Jamal Murray could very well be available. And if the Lakers feel like Austin Reaves isn't quite the long-term answer next to Luka, they might be one of the few franchises bold enough to make a move. Because in Los Angeles, It's not just about making the playoffs. It's about winning banners. And sometimes, that means taking big risks. Will the Lakers bet on Reeves? Or will they roll the dice on Murray? We're about to find out.